Death Valley Days.
Now, 20 Mule Team products bring you Death Valley Days. Sometimes human hearts keep alive what the historians bury in footnotes. Did you ever hear of the United States senator who won more lasting fame because of a dog than for anything he ever did in Washington? Well, the story's true. By the way, I play the senator.
Johnny, sit, steady, now steady. That's a good dog, that's a fine dog. Not yet. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go! Run, Johnny, run! Run, Johnny, run! Why you got to kill him? Why you got to do that?
I warned you to keep off my property.
He wasn't bothering you.
He ain't gonna bother me from now on.
You had no right. You're a murderer.
Get off my land and stay off. Go on! Get!
You understand now if Mr. Best says no.
He's not the only lawyer in town.
He's the only one that's not afraid to tangle with Carter Johnson. Must be away campaigning.
Well, come in, come in. I believe we've met before. You're Andrew Cody, live out west of town.
That's right, Mr. Best. I shook hands with you at the election rally a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, sure. Well, sit down.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Cody?
It's for him. Andy's my grandson.
Glad to meet you, Andy.
Carter Johnson killed my dog.
Why'd he do that?
Just out of meanness. He's a mean man. He's a murderer.
Mr. Johnson claims that Andy and the dog was trespassing.
I see. Well, have you talked to the sheriff?
Oh, that wouldn't do any good.
Well, I'm not sure that I can help you, Andy.
You're supposed to be the best lawyer in the county.
He's not only supposed to be, Andy, he is.
A lawyer's only as good as the last case he won, or lost. Tell me about it.
Well, I was running a race with Johnny. That was his name. He ran over the hill ahead of me, and Carter Johnson shot him. He shot him twice with a double-barrel shotgun.
How old are you, Andy?
12, going on 13.
How old was Johnny?
10.
You had him all that time?
Yes, sir.
Carter Johnson shot him. Shot him twice.
I guess you're like everybody else. You don't have any trouble with Carter Johnson.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Andy. I wouldn't say that at all. We're going to sue Carter Johnson for $500.
$500? For a dog?
I'll take care of Carter Johnson. Andy, you try to remember 10 years of happiness is a lot to be thankful for. More than some people get out of life if they live to be 100.
Well, I can't serve this on Carter Johnson.
Why not?
$500 for a misbred mongrel dog? He wasn't worth anything.
You're not the judge and jury.
I got a right to my opinion.
Which is that I must have been out of my mind to take a case like this? Now, don't answer that, Sheriff. Just do your duty. Unless you want it on the record that you're afraid to serve a summons and a complaint to Carter Johnson.
Well, he'll throw this right back in my face.
If he does, he'll be in contempt of court and you'll have to arrest him.
Oh, you know I can't do that.
I know he got you elected, but there's another election coming along.
And you're in it. And have you got any hope of being elected senator?
I'm a citizen first, a lawyer second, and a candidate after that. Now, where do you stand, Sheriff?
All right. All right, but you'll regret this even if I don't.
Looking for me, Sheriff?
Well, I didn't think anyone was at home.
I was out in the kitchen.
Well, old man Cody and his grandson are suing you for shooting the kid's dog.
How'd they find a lawyer fool enough to sue me?
Well, they got George Vest for their lawyer.
I'm not going to take this.
You'll have to talk to George Vest about that.
Sheriff, you take this back where you got it.
Well, I've been expecting you.
Then you know what I'm here about. You can tear that up and forget it.
I don't think so.
What did you take this case for, anyhow? Old man Cody can't pay you. He hasn't got a dime.
You'll have $500 when it's over.
You're out of your mind. $500 for a two-bit mongrel hound? The jury will laugh you out of court.
Possible, but improbable.
Now, look. You want to go to the United States Senate. You'll need every vote you can get. I carry a lot of them right in my pocket. Nobody wants a fool for a senator. That's what you'd be if you take me to court about a dog.
You're right, Mr. Johnson. This case could break or make me. But let's not dig my grave until the jury comes in.
Now, look. I'm warning you. Drop this case or take the consequences.
I don't like bribes. I like threats even less. You're lucky you're not being sued for $5,000. Take this and get out.
Hi there, Andrew. Oh, hello, Joe. I got a little order here for you from Andy's Mall.
All right. That's some case you folk got against Carter Johnson. Everyone's laughing about it.
What's funny? He killed my dog.
Andy. Oh. Here. You go in and get yourself some candy. Go on. Go ahead.
Andy, let's see what you'd like. Like a couple of these?
Yeah.
Some of these mint leaves.
Sure.
Let's make two of them. Piece of watermelon?
Yeah.
Yeah, two of those. How about a piece of licorice?
Sure.
There you are.
Is this 3 cents worth?
Something to grow on. Say, you folks don't really think you're going to win that big case, do you, Andy?
We better win it. Johnny was the only friend I had.
A dog's a dog. Mongrel's a mongrel.
That isn't what Mr. Vest thinks.
Well, he's a politician. They never say what they really think. He'll carry your case just so far, then he'll drop it like a hot potato.
Give me my 3 cents back.
And come in.
Mr. Vest,
Yes.
I'm Andy Cody's mother.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Cody. You have a mighty fine boy for a son. Something wrong?
Yes, Mr. Vest, something is wrong. Because of you, my son wants to kill a man.
What do you mean?
Took his grandfather's rifle and ran out of the house saying he was going to shoot Carter Johnson.
Couldn't you stop him?
You're the one who should have stopped him. Why didn't you tell him to forget about his dog? What's dead can't be brought back to life. Why didn't you tell him that justice isn't for people like us?
Because that's not so, Mrs. Cody. That's just not so. Now, if I'm responsible for something that shouldn't have happened, I'll make amends any way I can. But first, let's find your boy.
Have you seen him?
He's bound to be around here somewhere.
Carter Johnson's house is only a couple of miles from here.
Let's spread out. Andy! Wait!
Keep away from me, Mr. Vest.
I thought I was your lawyer.
A lawyer's no good to me. Everybody's laughing at you. It's all a joke about us. Carter Johnson,
It won't be a joke when your case gets to the jurors.
oh, they'll laugh too.
Andy, killing Carter Johnson won't prove anything. You'll just be putting more weight on the wrong side of the scale. Justice is a funny thing. If you put too many wrongs on the scale, it gets awfully hard to make it balance out right again. Now, you know you can't kill Mr. Johnson. Give me the gun. Andy, come back!
Oh, I'm all right. I couldn't do it. Mr. Johnson rode right past me. I couldn't do it. I'm a coward.
You're no coward, Andy. You're just not a murderer, thank God.
Andy, we heard a shot. What happened?
I was so mad at myself, I had to shoot at something.
Is that what you shot at, Andy?
And I hit it, too, right through the hat.
Oh, Andy.
Come on, I'll take you home. And you, young man, you stay there. We'll take care of Carter Johnson tomorrow the right way, in court.
Put your hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Sit down.
Now, Andy, would you tell us, please, just what happened on Mr. Johnson's property last Monday?
Yes, sir. Me and Johnny.
Johnny was your dog?
Yes, sir. Me and Johnny were running a race, and Mr. Johnson shot Johnny.
Now, were you and Johnny doing anything wrong? Up to any mischief?
No, sir. We were just heading for home.
Why did you cross Mr. Johnson's land?
It was a shortcut.
What did Johnny mean to you?
It was the only friend I had in this world.
The only friend?
Yes, sir. We live too far from anybody for me to have any other friends.
Your Honor, I object
What?
to Mr. Vest introducing the term friend, referring to a dog. The word friend should be reserved only for human relationships.
Your Honor, Andy's father was killed in a railroad accident when Andy was a baby. His grandfather is an old man. He's a wonderful grandfather, but there are some things he can't do.
What's the point of all this?
The dog was the only companion that Andy could run with, go adventuring with. Now, I call that being a friend in the truest sense of human relationship.
I'll let the word friend remain in the testimony. Shh. You find the rulings of this court amusing, Mr. Johnson?
No, Your Honor. A little unusual.
Proceed, Mr. Vest.
Thank you, Your Honor. Was Johnny a vicious dog?
No, sir.
Well, can you think of any reason why Mr. Johnson would have to shoot him?
No, sir. Except that Mr. Johnson is mean.
Your Honor.
We'll strike the boy's last remark.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Now, Andy, you've sworn to tell the truth, haven't you? So I want you to tell us. Isn't it true that on several occasions Mr. Johnson warned you to keep off of his property with your dog?
Yes, sir.
So you were trespassing, isn't that so?
No, sir.
Do you know the meaning of the word trespassing? Well, answer me, Andy.
Your Honor, Mr. Collins is bullying the witness.
Just take it a little easier, Mr. Collins. He's just a boy.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you know the meaning of the word trespassing?
Yes, but...
Then you know that you were trespassing, isn't that so? Just answer yes or no.
Mr. Johnson didn't have to kill Johnny.
Oh. Now, did you see Mr. Johnson shoot your dog?
No, but...
Well, then, for all you know, your dog might have been attacking Mr. Johnson, isn't that right?
Johnny wouldn't...
Yes or no?
No, Johnny wouldn't hurt anybody.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
That's all, Andy.
I have no other witnesses, Your Honor. However, I'd be very much interested in hearing the witnesses for the defense.
Is the defense ready?
We certainly are, sir.
And then call your witness.
The defense calls Dr. William Porter.
Put your hand on the Bible.
How should fight Mr. Johnson?
We're fighting him, Andy. He doesn't know it yet.
Now, Dr. Porter, you're a veterinarian?
That's right.
You're the only one in town, in fact. May we assume that you know more about dogs than any other man in town?
Well, I would think so.
Well, in your professional opinion, was the Cody boy's dog worth $500?
No, sir.
Then what is your honest evaluation?
Well, that dog was 10 years old. He couldn't do any useful tasks that I know of. I'd say he wasn't even worth 50 cents.
Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Porter, I imagine you have a great many friends.
I have.
Well, now, is there one amongst them that you might say was your best friend?
Well, yes, Joe Harper.
I believe he works in the general store.
I don't just work there. I own the place.
So, Joe Harper is your best friend.
I just said that.
Now, Dr. Porter, you've heard the judge rule that the word friend can apply to a dog. Andy's dog was his best, well, his only friend. You said he wasn't worth 50 cents. Now, would you also say that Joe Harper isn't worth 50 cents?
You can't compare a man to a dog.
Just answer the question.
Well, it's a stupid question.
Your Honor.
Answer the question.
Well, yes.
What was that?
I said yes. I mean no. I
have no more questions.
Step down, Dr. Porter.
Your Honor, I had intended to put my client on the stand, but it seems to be an obvious waste of time to pursue this farce any further. The boy and his dog were clearly trespassing. He'd been warned many times by my client. The demand for $500 damages is preposterous. I move for dismissal, Your Honor.
Your Honor, The issue here is one that cannot be dismissed. What is this world coming to if a boy and his dog can't run across a field? If all of us shot every dog that ran across his property, there'd be mighty few dogs on Earth and millions of lonely children. What is a dog? How much is a dog worth? The best friend a man has may turn against him, become his enemy. His son or daughter whom he has reared with loving care may prove ungrateful. Those nearest and dearest to us, those whom we trust with our happiness and our own good names, may become traitors to their faith. The money a man has, he may lose. It flees away from him, perhaps when he needs it most. His reputation is sacrificed in a moment of ill-considered action. Those people who are prone to fall on their knees to do us honor when success is with us may be the first to throw the stone of malice when failure settles its clouds upon our heads. The one absolutely unselfish friend a man can have in this selfish world, the one who never deserts him, the one who never proves ungrateful or treacherous, is his dog. A man's dog will stand by him in prosperity and in poverty, in health and in sickness. He'll sleep on the cold ground where wintry winds blow and the snow drives fiercely, if only he can be near his master's side. He'll kiss the hand that has no food to offer. He'll lick the wounds and sores that come in encounter with the roughness of the world. He guards the sleep of his pauper master as if he were a prince. When all other friends desert him, he remains. When riches take wings and reputation falls apart, his love is as constant as the sun in its journey through the heavens. If fortune drives his master forth into the world an outcast, friendless, homeless, the faithful dog asks no higher privilege than that of accompanying him, to guard against danger, to fight against his enemies. And when the last scene of all comes, when death takes the master in its arms, when his body is laid away in the cold ground, no matter if all other friends pursue their way, there by his graveside, the noble dog will be found, head between his paws, his eyes sad but open, in alert watchfulness, faithful and true even to death.
The motion for dismissal is denied. The jury will retire and consider a verdict.
I don't think we have to retire, Your Honor. We've already reached our verdict.
Well, how do you find?
We find the defendant guilty as charged. I mean, we find for Andy Cody against Carter Johnson.
Happened in western Kansas way back in the 1890s, but the world still quotes Senator George A. Vest's classic tribute to the dog. I wonder if you feel as I do, that that's quite a tribute to Senator Vest. And next week, another chapter from our long and I think wonderful history. See you then.